guys, and welcome to another WIP Wednesday. So if you're new, I'm Adrian, and Kiwi is my Indian ringneck. I think he's trying to take a nap, actually, at the moment. So I'm coming on here today to show you guys some of the finished projects that I've completed over the last week and talk a little bit about what I plan to get done over the next 7 days. Now, granted, most of the time I don't follow that plan, but I try. I do try. So I found out that I will be working at Scream Hollow this season, so I'm going to go and put some stuff in the gift shop. This year is what they call a growth year. And if you don't know what Scream Hollow is, it's a Halloween theme park that I work at. And being that Halloween falls on a Friday this year, it's considered a growth year, which means it's going to be much busier than the last 2 years that I've worked. And I've really been trying very hard to get more stuff ready. I did take a hiatus for a minute because I didn't know for sure if I was going to be back there or not. For most of this last week, I've been working on this hexy cardigan that I wanted to make for myself to actually wear up at Scream Hollow. This is actually the second panel, and I'm slowly but surely getting there. I think this is round 20 that I marked here, and I am working on just almost to the end of 23, and I need 30 rows. So that's what I've been working on for the most part, up until I found out that I was going to be back at Scream Hollow. And then I was kind of lazy and didn't really want to do anything but sleep, eat, and play video games, so I didn't get a whole lot done. But in that time, I did manage to make 2 of these guys. These 2, the other one I already put in the box, but these little ghosts, I do have a tutorial on my channel for. And this was the first year that I've used these sort of eyes. I really like these eyes for the ghost. I think they're really cute. These ones, this one and the other one that I finished don't have mouths. I decided to leave the mouth off to give them a little bit of variation. You know, just because. And maybe also because I was lazy and didn't feel like embroidering a mouth. I am working currently on a third one. I'm gonna try to get, I think I have 6 weeks or 8 weeks, something like that, before we open. And of course, after we open, I have more than enough to cover opening. But usually what happens is the closer we get to Halloween, the more, people buy, and then I end up selling out, and I don't have enough to make it all the way through the season, and I'm trying to avoid that this season. But once we do open, I will still probably be making things to put in the gift shop. Right now I am working on another ghost. I'm just using Mainstays yarn from Walmart in white, and those little big anime eyes. But I don't know. I do have plans to sew this green goblin together. I have a green goblin. All the pieces are together and need to be sewn. I need to sew this guy together. He's the third one of the 3 goblins that I made. I need to get him sewn before we open. you know, and then at some point, I really need to go over and get my amigurumi basket, my abandoned amigurumi basket, and look through it and decide what I'm going to finish and what I am not going to finish. I don't have too much stuffing left. This was the last of a huge giant box that I had. I buy one of those like great big 50-pound boxes of polyfiber stuffing probably once a year, and I go through it about once a year. And then, so once I run out of stuffing, I'm going to have to probably get some more. I do have like a little 30, I think it's a 35-ounce bag that a friend of mine got for me some time ago. But once I run out of stuffing, I think I'll just be done with making amigurumi for a while. I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but at the same time, I do know that I need to work up some more things. I have 20 pumpkins, 13 spiders. I don't know for sure how many bats I've made, but I think it's somewhere in the vicinity of only 7 bats this season. But I have some bats from last season, and I have some spiders from last season as well. So that will help to fill out, you know, it'll help to fill out the goal, I guess you could say. Now, I would prefer to have at least 10 ghosts. In the past, I have not done a lot of ghosts, just simply because I couldn't find a pattern that I really cared for. That's why I came up with my own. I know that I don't have any more frogs left, but the frogs are pretty quick and easy. I also have a tutorial for them on my channel as well. I don't know if I'm going to be making any frogs, though, because a huge highlight of the frogs that I have a tutorial for on my channel is that they have suction cup hands. And I would like, I would really like to kind of suction cup them to the window or something. Now we did put my display at Scream Hollow near a window, so I'm thinking maybe I should go ahead and do a couple of frogs and see if I can't suction cup them to the window. Because that was the whole thing with that frog tutorial, is you can glue little suction cups in their hands and they'll stick to the window. And yeah, if you guys want, I will link, I'll put a card up here so you guys can see those tutorials, the ghost and the frog. And I'll also put them in the description box if you want to check them out. I don't have very many amigurumi tutorials on my channel because I don't know, I just don't have a lot of confidence in myself as far as designing amigurumi. But probably for the next week, that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be really trying to, do some ghosts, maybe a couple of frogs. I do have a ton of wearable stuff over here, including the hexagon cardigan for myself. I have a hoodie over here that I've been working on for almost a year that was supposed to be a gift. I also have a pair of pajama pants over here for my niece. That's part of a tutorial that I've been working on for you guys. I got a lot of wearable stuff, and I need to stop being so lazy, and I need to, stop playing video games and get back to work. Yeah, it's, I really need to just get back to work already. But anyways, guys, so that is what I have for you for WIP Wednesday. Mostly, it's just, it's just this little guy, and then I am going to spend the rest of the week, you know, trying to catch up on frogs and, I don't know, Halloweeny stuff. Also, something I did want to mention before I go, Hobby already has their Halloween dahlia cakes out. If you're familiar with Hobby, HOBBII.com, each year they have limited edition Halloween cotton cakes, and for several years now they've had the same colors, but this year they have something like 4 or 5 new colors, so I'm definitely going to have to hit those up later in the season. You can see, well, I guess you can't see. So I've got several of their past colors right here, and maybe I'll do a video with their Halloween colors and whatnot. You know, maybe that's a video idea. I'll make a separate video. But anyways, guys, if I just wanted to give you a heads up that they do already have their limited edition Halloween colors out. So anyways, guys, I'm going to let you go for now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Crystal and I's live stream at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Bye, guys.